The 7 investments for life. The term investment may bring up thoughts of the frantic New York Stock Exchange, or you may believe it is limited for those who are wealthier, older, or further advanced in their lives than you. However, nothing could be further from the truth. Investing is the finest way to increase your money when done wisely, and most forms of investment are available to almost anyone, irrespective of age, income, or occupation. Such criteria, on the other hand, will impact which assets are optimal for you right now. Someone approaching retirement with a healthy nest egg, for example, will most certainly have a totally different investing strategy than someone just starting out in their career with no savings. Neither of these people should avoid investing. Instead, they should select the greatest investments for their specific needs. Here are 7 excellent investments to consider. Keep watching until the finish, since some of them will make you wealthy. 1. Lands. Due to the shortage of land, it is frequently advised that individuals purchase it. With this in mind, investors should consider the feasibility of owning land and operating a land-based business. They should also be informed of the different types of land-related investment possibilities available through investment instruments, including exchange-traded funds, ETFs, and exchange-traded notes, ETNs. Land can be purchased by the self-made wealthy for personal use, enjoyment, and yes, investment. Regrettably, the majority of people do not fit under this category. This raises the question of whether land ownership options and commercial operations can provide small investors with a reasonable return on investment, while still allowing them to enjoy the benefits and advantages of land ownership. First, you must be able to evaluate main categories of potential land investments, such as residential development property, commercial development land, row crop land, and livestock raising land. Investors considering purchasing raw land should keep in mind that they are making a purely speculative investment. This is due to the fact that undeveloped land does not generate any revenue. Thus, any return on investment must come from the prospective financial gain that may be realized once the land is sold. With this in mind, a preliminary investment analysis can be conducted using the cost of debt for a farm real estate loan. 2. Healthcare industry. Pharmaceuticals and gadgets and health insurers and hospitals are all part of the healthcare industry, and each has its own set of dynamics. Many factors influence investment decisions in this area, including favorable demographic changes and negative reimbursement trends. Understanding the underlying causes of healthcare investing necessitates a diverse approach. Investing in the entire sector and/or its industries can pay off for investors. Keep the following common themes in mind when choosing a healthcare company to invest in. Changes in or continuations of these patterns could have ramifications across the healthcare industry. For example, the aging population and baby boomers, individuals living longer with chronic disease, obesity, and diabetes epidemics, and diseases' global reach are all positive trends. 3. Investing in shares. Along with cash, bonds, and property, shares are one of the 4 main investment categories. They are risky, but they can pay off handsomely. Shares are like tiny pieces of a corporation. If you own one, you own a small portion of the firm and a percentage of its value. You can invest in individual shares or pool your money with others in a collective investment known as a fund. A fund manager selects and manages a portfolio of shares that the fund purchases. You don't have to undertake the legwork of picking individual assets if you put your money into funds. When you buy stock directly, you become a stockholder, which typically means you have a say in how the company makes decisions. When you invest in a fund, this does not happen. Investing in stocks entails purchasing them and holding them for a period of time in order to profit. You'll probably get dividends if you buy shares in larger, longer established companies, but you won't get rapid growth. Dividend-paying stocks are beneficial for generating income, or the dividends can be reinvested to increase your capital. If people alter their thoughts about how well the organization is doing or the economic circumstances in which it operates, a share price will rise or fall. 4. Silver. When the global economy sputtered in 2020, silver's industrial demand dwindled, but investment demand more than made up for it. According to a research paper by consultant Metals Focus, silver exchange-traded funds witnessed record inflows last year, surpassing 1 billion ounces for the first time. According to a survey from the Silver Institute, sales of actual coins and bars increased by 8% to a 4-year high. According to Metals Focus research note, negative real interest rates and yields, when inflation surpasses the benchmark interest rate, drew investors to precious metals, as investors become concerned about government debt rising as a result of fiscal stimulus. Strong silver demand comes at a time when practically all commodities are seeing increased demand as the global economy improves and investors get concerned about potential inflation. Silver is unique in that it is both a precious metal and an industrial metal, making it a good store of value during inflationary periods. The metal is utilized in solar panels, electric vehicles, medical gadgets, and other industries, in addition to coins and jewelry. 5. Knowledge. If a man empties his purse into his head, no man can take it from him. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Benjamin Franklin. This is a longer version of the commonly quoted phrase, an investment in knowledge. The author expresses a straightforward statement implying that you will achieve great success if you begin to focus on nurturing your intellectual being. You'll gain a greater grasp of some issues which no one can take away from you. This is a type of investment that we don't even realize we're making. However, if you add a little attention to it, you'll be able to see its essence. According to research, 60% of Filipinos are 30 years old or younger, with millennials accounting for a significant share of the population. When I published Personal Finance for Millennials a few years ago, I discovered that 75% of them prioritize experiences over financial possessions. They have an industrious, motivated, everything in an instant mentality that permits them to learn quickly. Knowledge and experiences are linked since they are the foundations of wisdom. It is insufficient to simply know something. You must put your knowledge to use, and by putting that knowledge into practice, you gain a greater understanding of it. Millennials and non-millennials alike, however, must keep up with the times and learn as much as possible. 6. Investment in King's dividends. If you want to generate passive income, including dividend-paying stocks in your portfolio could be a good idea. Which dividend stocks are worth your time is the question. If you want to hold companies that have increased their dividend distribution for 50 years or more, the so-called dividend kings could make sense. Consult a financial counselor to identify new sources of passive income. Dividends are a portion of profits distributed to shareholders. Although not all equities pay dividends, there is a hierarchy among those that do. On one level, you have shares that pay monthly dividends. However, these payouts may increase or fall over time, and they may even be halted or canceled at the discretion of the board. Then there are dividend aristocrats, which are S&P 500 businesses that have increased their dividend for 25 years or more in a row. Adding dividends to your portfolio might provide you with a second source of income. This is an advantage in and of itself if you're looking for present income or want to save for more income in retirement. You may be able to set up a divided reinvestment plan, DRIP, and utilize your dividend payouts to purchase additional shares, depending on the stock. This can aid in the long-term growth of your portfolio's worth. 7. Gold. Gold has been the world's preferred money from the dawn of civilization to the present day. Gold is now mostly purchased by investors as a hedge against potential turmoil and inflation. Furthermore, many top investment consultants advise allocating a portion of one's portfolio to commodities, such as gold, in order to reduce total portfolio risk. The most well-known type of direct gold ownership is gold bullion. Gold bullion is often associated with the huge gold bars stored at Fort Knox. But on the other hand, gold bullion is any kind of pure or nearly pure gold that has been certified for weight and purity. This includes all sizes of coins, bars, and other similar items. Gold bars frequently have a serial number attached to them for security reasons. Sovereign governments have issued large amounts of gold coins all over the world for decades. Investors typically purchase coins from private dealers for a premium of roughly 1 to 5% above their underlying gold value, but that premium soared to 10% in March of 2020. That's pretty much it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss our future videos.